F2 off season here from Circuit de Spa Francorchamps. We've got a one-shot qualifying here before we start the feature race. I'm here in the commentary booth with the Smeg. Smeg, how's it going, man?
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. I've stepped down from my main commentary role to give Sinister Al a crack at the main job. He'll do a fantastic job tonight, folks. Don't you worry about that as we now go on to one-shot qualifying here at Spa.
All right, so coming out of turn one now, let's see who wins the whole shot here. As we could essentially say, and it looks like that it is C-Swit who's out to the early advantage as they all head up towards Rouge now. It's C-Swit. He's attacking the curbs. He's nailing this lap so far. He's still on the point, leading from Useless as a Cat, and then it's Erect in third. But Double A, the early favorite, is all the way down in sixth, and now seventh. He's not having a fantastic lap.
Yeah, he went wide coming through turn one. I caught a glimpse of it. He went way, way wide coming out of turn one, coming out of La Source. It explains why he's lost so much time compared to the leaders at the front, which is C-Sweat and Useless as a Cat, currently in P2 at the moment as well. A very good time for him so far.
C-Sweat goes a tad bit wide there and used up as much curb as possible. And it looks like Swarner has somehow retired from the session, and it looks like C-Swit has just invalidated his lap.
They're all retired from the session. What on earth?
And what's going on here? What is going on here? It looks like that C-Swit, the pole sitter, has managed to invalidate his lap.
Hang on, I'll have a look in the Discord, see what's going on, because there's a lot of drivers who are leaving the session. I don't quite understand why. The line was off. I wonder if they're talking about the racing line.
We have a report that the racing line was turned off for whatever reason. But because of this, it looks like Double A is going to take pole with a 1:59.6. That is unless we get a restart, which I'm not sure what's going to happen. And it looks like Double A is also left the session. So we're having some issues here, but should get. I think we'll get back going underway here shortly. So just ignore those standings there. Those are not the actual standings, as we had some issues in qualifying. Apparently the racing line was turned off for all drivers, and that's a pretty big deal because a lot of drivers rely on that for their braking zones.
Yeah, 100%. According to Kitten Pato, the person who set up the lobby, he thought the racing line was on, as it was during a practice session that occurred just before the race. He thinks it must have glitched out during the transition from practice to the actual race. So, as everyone seems to be leaving, there we go.
Right, and we've been kicked from the session, so we will do this again shortly. So you're going to see a blue screen of death, but do not worry, we're just joining the new lobby because we've had some technical issues in the first qualifying session. So give us just a second to get this fixed, and we will retry the one-shot qualifying.
There we go. So there we go. We got chaos and drama already before the race has even started.
Before the race even starts. That's the kind of stuff that you will see here in the TCR. And well, if you are enjoying what you're seeing here, then don't forget to check out the link in the description, and also make sure to like and subscribe to TCR if you are enjoying the stream. So TCR has an affiliate has an affiliation with Fanatec, and if you buy a Fanatec wheel through the link in the description, then some of that profit goes to a TCR, and we use that to help expand the immunity. And also, if you yourself are interested in joining the TCR, you can sign up for Season 9 at the website, which is Trinity Competitive Racing.com. And the new season starts on February 4th through 6th for all classes. That's silver, and that is the assisted league. Then there's gold, and then there's platinum. And gold and platinum both use no assist. So if you like what you're seeing, then check out the link and the website, and like and subscribe. So we should be getting things underway here pretty shortly. We've got our first driver to ready up. It's been a while since I've commentated over a pre-race lobby. I could say that this is a first for me.
Well, seeing as not a lot is going on, we might have to start talking about the magnificent circuit that we are racing on today. I mean, we are here in Belgium. I mean, Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. It is one of the most legendary circuits in motorsport in general, up there with the likes of Monza, Monaco, Silverstone, Nürburgring, Indianapolis. It is up there. And it's also one fantastic place to have brilliant racing. Racing is always brilliant here at Spa. And hopefully it will be the same here today for this Formula 2 race.
For sure. There's lots of long straights and lots of sweeping corners, so there's plenty of opportunities for passing here. So, as looks like the drivers are now starting to ready up, let's talk about some early favorites that we have for qualifying. So obviously, there is Double A, who is in the Campos car. He has won 6 of the past 8 races. And
that is ridiculous, isn't it?
That's an absolutely insane stat. So obviously, he's a clear favorite to just sweep the entire thing. But there's still a lot of talented drivers in this lobby, including Swarner, who is the TCR Season 8 Golden Class champion, and he will be racing in the Platinum Class this coming season. There is Lopez. He is also a Platinum Class driver. So yeah, tons of talent here in this lobby who will try and see if they have something for Double A.
I think they will too. Like you said, there is massive amounts of talent within this lobby. I don't think Double A will simply walk away with this for this race. He's coming off the back of 2 clean sweeps from Budapest and in Spain. He's won both the sprint race and the feature race in both rounds. So he's obviously got good form, but there's so much talent up and down this lobby. Yeah, I don't think Double A will simply walk away with this.
Right. Yeah, I've received a message from Kitten Petter here, and it's him just telling me to go into spectator mode. That is a rookie mistake by me, and
no.
But yeah,
I didn't even notice.
It's spectator mode for that. Yeah, and that was just told, and I was told in the live chat on YouTube as well to go to spectator mode. So already the first race jitters is They are already
I,
that's getting to me.
it's all right. It's just a teething process. It will all come good very quickly, especially at this place. Like this is this is going to be one hell of a race, I think.
Yeah, me too. So in the last quote qualifying session, we saw C-Swit who exploded out of turn one and had pole for some time,
Hello, it's raining.
and it is raining here at Spa, and that throws a wrench into things. Who is this? Really just evens out the playing field here. We will see who is the man amongst boys here today. I am even more
I,
excited now.
I mean, what will the drivers do? We have no idea what the weather is going to be for the feature race or for the sprint race. We have no clue. So it could be dry for both races. It could be dry for the feature. It could be wet for the sprint. What will the drivers do? Oh God!
Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? So we're just waiting for the last few drivers to ready up, and we are underway here for the one-shot qualifying session. Coming down to turn one now. I'm going to try and scroll up to the top of the field here, and already it's Double A who's on pole as he got a great exit out of turn one, and he is already he is blitzing the field now. But now, so coming through Rouge now, and he gets a little
Awfully wide.
loose through Rouge. That drops him down to P2, and that puts W up into P1. Currently on pole is W, and I believe that is the Salvage, the junior team car. And it looks like now that Erect in the MP car has taken that away. But no, this is insane. This is so hard to call. But now five
He's
drivers,
constantly caging all the time. Oh my goodness me!
five drivers are just back and forth for pole. I don't
Now it's
know.
double A. Now it's double. Now it's double A. Oh my goodness!
This
This
is
is going to be close.
incredible stuff. And W takes pole position back from Double A, but now it's Double A back to the point. This is
Oh my
insane.
goodness!
This is why we love the TCR. It's so competitive, and you just don't see that in many other leagues. But it looks like Double A has held on to pole for some time here. It looks like Swarner is in P2, and then it is W into P3. But
As Ben Swerven has just retired from, that's two drivers retiring from the session.
and one of those is useless is a cat who was looking good in the broken qualifying session, but that's not the case here today. So coming to the bus stop chicane now, looks like Double A still on pole, nails his apexes flat on the power. Here he goes. Don't think anyone is gonna get him. It was a crazy first two sectors, but Double A is gonna take pole
Oh, look at
with a
that.
2:12.8, and what a gap to P2.
Oh, that's 6/10
my.
of a second. That is massive. Back to Swarner.
6/10 of a second over the field. Second place is Swarner. He's in the Trident car, I do believe. Incredible lap. I'm Double A, but that is nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, what a qualifying. That was only one lap, and we're already excited about this race. It was one lap, people. One lap.
If qualifying was that exciting, then just imagine how the race is going to go. Prepare to be on the edge of your seats, ladies and gentlemen. And we have a comment from Chandler Morel as well, saying that Erect has got one heck of a username, as he says that is a good innuendo. So already we're getting right into the mature jokes. in the chat section.
Of course, of
Chat's
course.
not
There
holding
just
back
has to be.
tonight.
All right, let's see what the weather's going to be for the feature race. What's it going to be? It's
And it looks
dry,
like
but
it's
it's
just cloudy.
overcast.
It's overcast,
It
so
is.
should be a tad bit more grip on tracks. Since the track's not as hot, so we should see. We could see some more passing and some drivers having a lot more confidence in their cars. So we wait on the drivers to ready up and make the final changes to their strategy as we're lined up on the grid here at Spa. So,
Just a bit of news coming from the Discord. Lucking you up, who had quite a poor quali session, he couldn't downshift during qualifying at all.
gearbox issues.
Yeah.
Gearbox issues for lucking up. That's an unfortunate circumstance for him. So Smeg, what is your? We'll hold off on that. We'll get back to that in a minute. And we are. That's the formation lap.
No,
That's the formation
that's
lap.
formation.
Yep. That's the formation lap. That's my guy. That's my
It's all
bad,
right.
guys.
It's all right.
Oh
It
man.
happens.
So Smeg, what is your podium predictions here for the feature race?
Well, it's very difficult to ignore Double A. As you've mentioned before, 6 out of the past 8 races he has won, and he's coming off a clean sweep in both Budapest and in Barcelona. It's very hard to ignore him, really, to take victory here at Spa. But in P2, he's an equally quick driver in the form of Schwarner, so yeah, I think Double A and Schwarner will definitely be on the podium. P3 is for sure up for grabs. And who would I put in P3? I think Kitten Petter will finish in 3rd place. I think he's going to turn his luck around and finally have a good set. He'll score half decent points in. So for my prediction for the podium, I think it will be Double A in P1, Schwarner in P2, and Kitten Petter in P3 for the feature race.
Some solid picks there. Yeah. So for me, I mean, it's almost a no-brainer. In P1, I'm gonna have Double A. Then in P2 is kind of a toss-up for me. I'm thinking P2. I'm gonna put W. And then in P3,
Okay.
I think I'm gonna put Erec there. I think that Swarner. See now, I'm having some doubts because I know how fast Swarner is, and I've left him out of my top 3. But yeah, so
You never
top
know.
3.
You never know.
Yeah, so top 3.
Schwarner might have a horrible race. He just might have a horrible race. It's not completely out of the picture.
He just might. So in P1, I'm going to say that we will have Double A. P2 will be W, and P3 will be Erect.
Also, just another thing, W is the highest placed driver starting on the mediums. Pretty much everyone else around him is starting on the soft compound tyre. From
Very
first
interesting
to 7th.
strategy move there.
Coleman is on the mediums. D is on the mediums. Log, Ben Swerven, and Lopez, all of them on the medium compound tyre. Everyone else starting on the softs.
Yes, they are. Here we go. Cars lining up on the grid. There's a good shot of the pole sitters Double A there. And we've got a horrible camera angle here. Hang on, I gotta fix this. But here we go. Lights across the board. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. This is where the heart rate really goes up, and we are racing from Spa for the TCR Formula 2 off season. It's a good start. It's a great start from Double A, and Swarner will try and tuck it behind here. We already have some yellow flags in Sector 1, but it looks like everyone will get through cleanly. So Double A holds the lead out of turn 1, but he has Swarner all over it. The
Look at
gearbox here.
everyone. They're all line astern
Oh
coming
man,
onto the camel
it's
straight. Look at
insane.
them.
Swarner might look for a move here. Swarner
Oh,
dives to the inside. Is he going to make the move work? Still side by side for the race lead. Swarner's going to make the move stick around the outside. And Swarner moves to the race lead, but he runs a little wide. Here comes Double A. They're still side by side for the point of this race. And Swarner goes wide, and now that's gonna put Double A into P1. So already some great racing through the field. And
well, yeah, just like looking at the mid pack, these guys are going off their they're off their brain at the moment. They're all fighting for position, side by side through corners. You shouldn't be side by side through. Oh, it's brilliant to see. Absolutely brilliant. Look
incredible
at these guys.
stuff. Already some great racing for the lead here. And it looks like that Ben Swerven has also had an incident of some sort. He's already 12 seconds off the back of the pack. But coming through this long straight now, Swarner may...
Oh, there's an incident! Oh my
There's a
goodness
crash
me!
back in
Coming
the
through
pack.
turn 13, it's Mr. Clueless spinning round.
Oh no!
I don't think he was assisted in any way. I think he just hit the outside curve a bit poorly, spun the car around. There doesn't appear to be any damage, but he's lost 8 places since the start of the race, down from 9th to 17th. That's a massive loss for him.
It's very unfortunate for him, and I hate that I missed that on stream. But there's some great battling towards the front of the field here. Swarner is not going away from Double A. So Double A still not in the clear yet, and it looks like that Swarner kind of cut a rouge, but not that big of a deal. I think we're just going to look over that one. Gap now from P1 to P2 is about a second.
Log in the wall! Oh my goodness!
And you said that...
Has he got... Lucking Up and Log was... I think it was Lucking Up and Log. They were side by side through Radion. I mean, you don't want to be side by side through there. And Log has got massive front wing damage.
And it looks like...
that
Keochin has lost a few positions. He's currently going side by side with D-Crime. Don't want to go side by side through there. Gonna make the switchback work possibly, and I think that D-Crime will just hold on here for P11.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Keochin lost 7 places since the start, from P5 down to P12. He's one of the biggest losers coming out of the opening lap. The biggest.
Side by side, or P13 here, is Lopez and Graka 84. They were side by side going through the S section there in Sector 2. But the great battle there for P13, and also it looks like for P11, it looks like the D-Crime might make a move to the inside here, coming into the bus stop chicane, but I think he's going to have to wait for a few more corners as he locks up a little bit, but he shouldn't lose that much time. So we're going to look farther to the front of the field now. It's a pretty good battle for P4 here, as Be Good Fever is just about 5/10 back of getting better, and DRS should be active this lap here, and Swarner has gotten a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's going to probably hurt his race a lot, yeah.
Big time. Especially in these shorter races, time penalties play a way bigger part in determining the results of a race.
For sure.
And just a little bit of extra info. The biggest winner out of these opening 3 laps is Useless as a place, 18th on the grid. He's up to 8th. He's up 10 places since the start. That's unbelievable. And he's currently in a battle with Bam Bam for currently in P9, and Fatal's just in behind him in P10. So we've got battles going on absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, it's very hard to keep up with here on camera, but it looks like that we're going to have a pretty good battle for P9 here with Bam Bam and Fatal, as Fatal will have a pretty good exit here. So coming to the very long straight in Sector 3 now, I'm not sure what it's called, so forgive me on that one. So Fatal's gonna be, I forgot that there's no DRS here, which I think there should be. It's too long of a straight to not have some DRS, but Fatal
That's
is
very
gonna
true,
look for
but
a
you've also
move.
got the corner like Blanchimont, the fast left-hander just before the bus stop chicane. It could potentially be a hazard. But I
Yeah.
do agree there needs to be maybe a DRS zone just before Blanchimont between that and turn 15,
Side
just
by
so then
side,
drivers can get a slingshot.
side by side for P12 now is Crime and Lopez, and it looks like Lopez will keep P12, but it's not over just yet, as D Crime's going to be right on the back of him as they head up a Rouge now. So D Crime's going after DRS, and he's going to try and make the move already around the
Oh,
outside.
there we
That
go.
was never going to work. But Lopez has a
Lopez, 3
3-second time
seconds.
penalty for multiple warnings. But here comes D Crime to the inside of Lopez, and it's going to be easy work for him. It should be. I take that back. They're still side by
Oh,
side.
but Lopez is hanging in
And
there. He's not giving up.
he's not going away. He's not going down without a fight. And now to the inside, he's going to have the advantage for the right-hander now, and it's a little bit of a
Oh,
lockup and a little bit of
oh, they're
contact as
ghosting.
well. They're ghosting through each other, not sure what's going on there. It looks like a little bit of
He's still
contact.
there. Oh,
More contact made. These two are absolutely going for it. So coming through Puan now, and D-Crime goes a little wide, and that's going to give him a 3-second time penalty. Penalties are being handed out left, right, and center here in this race. You kind of hate to see a race ruined by this many penalties, but I mean, you've got to respect the track limits. And oh no, huge incident for D Crime. He has hit the wall, and his front wing is completely gone, and he's going to be out of this race.
oh my goodness, that is. Oh
He's
my
gone
goodness, that's
wide.
a massive accident.
And already we're having some pit stops as well, and it looks like on front runners, as in Swarner, there's Kitten Petter as well, and Erect is into the pits now. So it's still Double A who leads this race. On W, who is 4.1 seconds back, and don't forget, he is on those medium tires. So come here in a few laps, he's going to have the advantage over the rest of these drivers, and he might threaten for the win here on the soft tires.
I'm just watching this battle for P4. Useless is a cat and Coleman. Useless is now up 14 positions since the start of the race. He's
Incredible.
now into P4. That is an
Incredible.
amazing start. And on the softs as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed,
And
he
he's
is.
so he's quicker than Coleman, who's on a set of mediums, whereas Useless is on an old set of softs. So clearly Useless has got quite a bit of pace underneath him. Just coming off a very poor qualifying.
Yeah, indeed. And he's also in a pretty big battle for P4 here as well. But it looks like then in the grass is Coleman. Coleman is spun. Coleman is facing backwards on the straight. Oh, this is not good for Coleman. His race, and he was looking very promising here. But that's going to hurt his race a lot, obviously. So if we look at the positions gained, I mean, sure, it's not 14 places, I get as Cat here, but Lopez has made up 9 places, and Double A is into the pits as well, and that's gonna put W into the pointy end of the field here. So pit stops are cycling through now.
Look at them all. Oh man, my goodness, I
Yeah,
haven't seen a pit lane crowded like this in a
it's
very long time.
it's very packed down there.
Oh, the ardent driver being held in the pits. This is what happens when you've got so many drivers on the same strategy, just
Yeah,
getting held in the pit lane because of what all the other drivers, all the traffic,
and
amount of
that
time you'll lose.
and that is also a reason of why W could be a dark horse to possibly win this race, because he probably won't be held up in the pits since he's on the alternate strategy.
No, and he's got a 13.5 second margin to the closest driver on the same strategy, who is Lopez. So yeah, double W in a very good position right now.
Indeed. So as we look in the chat here, since we have kind of a dry period, it's just turned into the Kitten Petter fan club. Uh, Lots of people here. Well, lots. I mean, just one person saying that Kitten Petter is going to win this race, and he is very, very adamant on Kitten Petter.
I'm not sure about winning, to be
Me either.
honest. Um, podium for sure. He's currently no third out of all of the drivers who started on the softs. So he's definitely in a very solid point scoring position at the moment. So, but winning the race, I think something very bad has to happen towards the top of the field. As
Yeah,
we've got yellow flags in sector 2 and 3, they've gone
yellow
now.
flags and stuff. Okay, tends to happen a lot. Just some yellow flags for absolutely for no reason. Just a few more bugs and kinks that this game needs to buff out. So back to the pointy end of the field here. It is W who leads from 14 seconds from Lopez. Then third, who is a net P1, is Mr. Double A, who is 6 seconds back from Lopez. Uh so people are saying that W has this in the bag, but they are forgetting that he still has to pit. So if he wants a chance to win, he's going to have to expand that gap a little more to some 25 seconds or so for the pit lane delta.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is with Spa, ironically, it is the longest circuit in the Formula One calendar, but it actually has one of the shortest pit lane transit times. I think the time delta between entering the pit lane and exiting the pit lane, I think it's around about 20 seconds. It might be a bit less than that. I think it's about maybe 18 to 20 seconds.
So if he just stays out a little longer, and he's actually expanding the gap over Lopez, but Double A is closing in on Lopez at a rapid rate. Oh, so W is really hoping that Lopez uh, holds up the Campos car of Double A.
Let's see. Got a couple of battles going on at the moment too. We got one for P6 between Kitten Petter and Be Good, as we got yellow flags in Sector 2 once more. It's Ben Schwerven.
And,
He's travelling a bit
new
slowly.
fastest lap of the race with a 1:59.8 for Mr. Double A.
Coleman's in to the pits
Coleman is
after making a
into the
mistake
pits.
earlier into the race.
Indeed,
How many laps is that? 6 laps on the softs. I think he can make it.
Yeah, he just
sure he
might.
can make it.
Should be. Soft should last that long. So we've got kind of a dry period here, so now would be a good time for a shameless plug. If you are enjoying the stream, check out the link in the description, and like, and also subscribe to to the TCR for more league races like this. But also, if you click the link and buy
Oh,
a
hang
fan
on. I
pack,
just want to draw
and
your attention to the battle for P5. It's starting to hot up between
I
these
see
two.
that,
Oh,
as Kitten Petter locks up big time and Be Good right back on the diffuser of Kitten Petter. So the Kitten Petter fan club in the chat won't be too happy about that, as Be Good's going to give it all he can to take P5 away from Kitten Petter. So for now, we will just
Kitten
wait
still
on the
locking
shameless
up.
plug.
He's...
Yeah, some big lockup issues from Kitten Petter here. So coming to the long straight now. I still don't know
Doubles in the pits.
the
Doubles
name
in
of
the
it.
pits.
And double A is in the...
W is in the pits.
Oh, right. That's what you meant. And the race leader to W into the pit. So we will have to see if that's enough to give him the lead. And I don't think it's going to be even close. And it was nowhere close. So double A goes back to the point of the field, but back to P5 now. It's Be Good who has the DRS on Kitten Petter, might look for a move into the hairpin. Be Good looks to the inside, gonna send it, and Kitten Petter leaves the room. They're gonna be side by side. They're gonna head towards the Rouge now, but there's lap traffic, and they're 3 wide. That's actually a 3-way.
Oh my goodness!
What's going on here? And Be Good's gonna take P5. What's going on?
Oh my goodness, you can't go 3 wide into Eau Rouge.
Absolutely
That's
not.
illegal. That is absolutely illegal. They are breaking the laws of physics by doing that.
They
Oh
should
my goodness me. That
definitely know
was
better.
one.
So Be Good now holds P4, but I've just realized that was a 3-way battle for the final spot on the podium, as W is right in front of Be Good, so we could have a huge battle here for P3. So W is 2 seconds back from Swarner. So the top two, unless the unthinkable happens, could probably be locked in stone here. But don't forget about P3, as Law gets a huge penalty for exceeding the track limits. He must have just straight lined to Rouge or something. So
But,
back. Yeah, sorry about that.
Just to explain why I was so horribly wrong, the transit time for an F1 car is about 18 seconds. I forgot that F2 cars actually travel slower in the pit lane, as well as have a slower pit stop. So you were right, it was more like 25 seconds you needed to build a gap to.
Right.
That explains why my prediction was so horribly wrong, because I was using what F used as Clueless.
Yeah.
The Tyson session.
Yes, Clueless has DNF from the session. So Smag, remember when I said that there was a 3-car battle for P3? Yes. So make that a 4-car battle. As useless as a cat right on the back of all these drivers. This could get insane here for P3.
And these guys, except for W, is on the same strategy as well. So this is down to pure skill and car pace. Kitten Petter is on 1 lap older mediums, but it won't affect him too greatly. So, yeah, this is going to be very interesting.
Very incredible stuff. And Useless is right on the back of Kitten Petter now. And we've seen that Kitten Petter has been having some issues with his brakes, so he probably needs to be a just a tad bit softer on the brakes as he runs wide through Puwan. What's happened there? He's gone wide through Puwan.
He understeered horribly coming through the corner. He completely missed the apex, ran out onto the curbs, and he couldn't turn the car in, hence losing position to Useless.
Yeah, so Useless is a cat is going to get by the Campos car of Kitten Petter because Kitten's car just looked all kinds of off uh, today. He's been having some handling issues, some brake issues, a whole bunch of issues. Really, just it's not going right or getting better. So now, Cat will try and catch up to Be Good Fever, and as expected, W sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:59.7. I think I saw that right.
I believe it was, yes.
Yeah, so he is going to try and go on a mad charge or Warner here.
1 minute 59.6 it was.
59.6. Wow. Okay.
He's going to try and gain as much time as he possibly can. Back to Schwarner, he's got a massive gap to close in though, but if there's a circuit where you can close a gap like that, it's definitely here at Spa.
It's most definitely Spa. So all the battles have seemed to fizzle out here, but despite having a horrible car, hitting better, still right on the back of Cat here. He's going to try and maybe close that gap. It's only 0.8 of a second, so if he can stay within a second, he should have DRS here shortly to be able to get around.
Well, I think if he can keep within that range, I mean, it's pretty clear that Useless has got a lot of pace underneath himself. If he can stay within that DRS,
for getting better.
Oh, he almost loses it too, coming through turn 13. Getting my corner numbers mixed up. 13.
That car looks absolutely horrible, and there's more time penalties that's being handed out. And also, in P3, W was handed a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits, which is going to knock him off of the podium at the moment because of Be Good Fever.
Yeah, absolutely right.
He is within the 3-second range there, so Be Good could find himself on the final step of the podium if W is not careful.
What on earth has happened to him? That's coming into turn 15.
Looking up, looking
to get it out into
very
the gravel
slow.
trap.
Yeah, not sure what's happened to the Dams driver there, but yeah, I didn't quite catch that on stream as he's going wide. Yeah, so obviously some huge damage there. So back towards P3 now. It looks like.
Oh, hang on a second. I'm just looking in the race director here, and I'm looking at Be Good Fever.
There's a crash.
Be Good Fever.
There's a crash. So Ben Swerven is in the barrier. He is tangled up with Log.
Oh, on earth.
Not sure what's happened there, but there's been a lot of contact. Yeah, that's exactly where Hamilton's crashed.
That's where Hamilton
And you were saying with Be Good Fever?
He's got a 10-second time penalty.
Okay.
He must have cut, because I have notes on each and every circuit in the game, and there's one important note about Spa, and that is the bus stop chicane. If you cut that in any way, shape or form, that is a 10-second penalty.
That needs to be fixed. Immediately. Because I'm sure
does.
He didn't cut it that bad. That is ridiculous. If I was him, if I was him, I think that would turn that into the stewards and get that overturned.
Oh my goodness. And that will drop him down to 9th place.
5-second time penalty for W and a 5-second time penalty for Kitten Petter. Okay. So it's time for a commentator rant here. I don't think we should run on the strict rules because this is what happens. It just ruins some fantastic races. I think that we should use regular and just use the honor system and not cut because strict, it just ruins a bunch of great races, and you see stuff like this. It's an absolute shame.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I wouldn't mind if they found a way to get a nice balance of the two, where you can't, you can cut bits and pieces of the circuit, but it doesn't give you massive time penalties or a collection of warnings. I mean, sometimes the game gives you a warning for making a simple mistake, and then you suddenly get 3 seconds next to your name and you start losing positions. Or you get something stupid like here in Spa, where if you cut the bus stop chicane, even by a little bit, you get 10 seconds worth of penalties.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's something that codemasters really have to work on for F1 2020, I think. Just working out some of these smaller details with the circuits. W! Oh my goodness me!
What's
He's in the
happened there in
wall! He's in
P5
the
and
wall!
W's in the wall?
Oh my goodness!
I just
thought that
happened
was
to.
a lap car. I was riding on board with Useless, and I see this car parked on the circuit. I thought it was locking up because he just retired, but no, it was Be Good Fever in the wall.
So there's a
Oh
huge
my
crash there in
goodness! Oh,
P5,
sorry,
and
W in the wall, not
and
Be
as
Good.
that is happening, it was a dominant drive all day long from Double A. He's gonna take the feature race in dominating fashion, 13 seconds over Swarner, and Useless as a cat will take the final position onto the podium.
That is an unbelievable drive from Useless.
That is
last. From
insane.
last, 18th on the grid to finish third. That is
15
incredible.
positions gained. Absolutely incredible stuff by Useless as a cat. He was not too useless today. He was very useful today, wasn't he?
Wow.
Quite the drive there from Useless as a cat.
That is a superb drive. And not to take away from drivers like Lopez or Fatal. Lopez making up 9 positions from 17th to 8th. And because of that, he will start on pole position for the sprint race.
The all-important 8th position. So to everyone here who's not sure how Formula 2 works, we're not done, folks. We still have one more fantastic race left, and that is a sprint race where the top 8 is reversed. So 8th place is going to be on pole, and 7th place in second, and 6th place in third, and so forth. Which means that Lopez will start P1 for the sprint race, and Double A will start P8. So don't leave just yet, because the sprint race is where you see
started.
This is only the beginning.
Just getting started. Wow. Wow. What a race. What a race.
If we saw that in the feature race, just imagine the scenes we will see in the sprint race. Man, I can't wait.
Oh.
So Double A dominates here at Spa for the feature race, and the Kitten Petter fan club will have to settle for P5 today. Still a fantastic finish for him, though. I think that's a pretty consistent finish for him.
I almost got my prediction. I got first and second right, but I didn't get third. I didn't expect Useless to come up from 18th to finish third.
Right. I am tempted.
Damn. Holy moly.
I am tempted.
Look at the penalties.
I'm tempted to take a screenshot of this and send this to the league superiors to just show that we do not need strict, that we need to use regular and use the honor system, because that there is absolutely
everyone except for
ridiculous.
Useless.
Except for Useless. And I'm sure of these drivers, I'm sure that they put like 2 tires off of the rumble strip, and they got a penalty instantly for it. It is ridiculous, it's absurd, and it ruins some fantastic racing. And now that I'm saying that, I'm probably going to lose my job as a TCR commentator. Oh my.
No.
Oh my.
Is that heavy rain
That
I
is
see?
some heavy rain here at Spa for the sprint race.
Oh, Spa, you never disappoint. I already know this is going to be one hell of a race
This
just
is.
from this image alone.
I'm gonna
Just
be out
from
of
this.
breath.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
yes.
Oh
So,
boy.
so as I was saying about the track limits, I'm probably gonna lose my job as a TCR commentator for voicing my opinion there. But that's just my 2 cents on what the league should do in the future, because that just ruined a fantastic race.
Mm,
But
I 100% agree. I mean, there's certain race circuits where you can run strict and it isn't too bad, but
this is not
especially
one of those
circuits like
tracks.
Spa, yeah, you have to be so unbelievably careful around this circuit, particularly at places like the bus stop chicane, like going through Radion or the Laycombe chicane, which is turns 5, 6, and 7. You have to be careful, and it
Speaking
does in many ways ruin the racing.
speaking of being careful, Lopez not being careful at all
No, he's
on this
taken off.
formation lap. He's flying on this formation lap. I don't know if he thinks this is the race, but yeah, he looks like
Well,
he's going full pace, and he's just dropped the rest of the field. So Smeg, it's that time of the night or day because there's a bunch of
oh,
time zones. What is your
yeah.
top three predictions for the sprint race?
Well, after what I've seen from the feature race, there's a lot of things that I now have to consider. Uh, Look, Double A is a quick driver, but he is starting in 8th position, and in conditions like this, turn 1 is going to be an absolute what's the word I'm looking for? Crash fest, probably. And he's
Yeah,
right in the middle of the pack. So
yeah,
he's probably, as much as I don't want it to happen, he's probably going to get involved in some accident. So,
yeah.
looking towards the front of the grid, I think Useless as a Cat will take victory as a bold
Interesting.
prediction. With Lopez in P2 and Be Good Fever P3.
Some good picks there. I am gonna go for the for the for the most popular commentator award and say that Kitten Petter will
Getting
win
better
this
will win this.
race.
He'll win this with 30 seconds in hand. He
I
will
think
stride away.
I think Kitten Petter will pull off an absolutely incredible gap and win this race. P2, this is a hard one. P2, I'm going to say Swarner, and then
Okay.
P3. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna give up there. I have no idea if I'm being completely
Pick
honest.
a
It's too
random one.
hard.
Tell you what,
A random
in your
one.
prediction, it might as well be W. He's starting from 14th. He might as well finish third.
I guess so. I guess so. It's not out of the question. Final cars lining up on the grid here for the most exciting part of the night.
Oh
They're
my
lined up on the
goodness.
grid. No pit stops today. Just cold hard
Uh,
racing.
a particular emphasis on the cold. There's heavy rain at Spa for crying out loud.
4 lights, 5 lights. We are racing from Spa for the sprint race. It's a timid start from the entire field, and the Campos and Kitten Petter is already in the
What's happening
grass.
already?
Kitten Petter's already in the grass, and Be Good Fever side by side with Lopez for the lead. Boys, don't go side by side through a rouge in the rain. You know better. But Lopez is going to end up and keep the lead. So we're going to cycle to the field, and oh my
Oh,
goodness,
they're sideways through a rouge. Oh my goodness.
I cannot call this. This is too much to call.
Oh, who is that? I think it's swerving, is it? It is Ben swerving. That's causing
Swerving
the
has
yellow.
had an early incident once again. Back to the front of the field. We don't want to miss what's happening at the front. Side by side for P6, Bam Bam and Fatal. They're still side by side. No drivers giving up just yet.
Oh, and Coleman sends it down the inside for P9, overtaking Croatia. Oh my
They're
goodness.
still side by
They're
side for
still side by
P6.
side.
And this is going to... And Double A,
Swerving.
he wants a piece of this as well. Oh,
Oh, he goes
it's
down
just
the
one of those like
inside.
tense moments. It's just hard. It's just hard to talk at this point. It's just
What's
tense. It
that?
just makes you
Someone's
grunt
in the wall.
almost.
Coleman's in the wall.
Coleman's in the
Coleman is
wall.
in the wall. Just
Coleman's
before
in the
no
wall.
name. Oh my goodness. And
Interesting
that's
stuff
coming
happening
down the
there.
street.
But as
Oh.
all this is happening, ooh, and Fatal, I think, almost
Oh,
loses it.
oh,
And we've
that's a big
got
crash
a
with
Primo
Log.
who lost it, and it's Log who's in the wall
Log.
who lost it on the
Oh
exit
my
of Puan.
goodness.
Oh my goodness. Ah.
Oh my god.
I hope y'all have not clicked off, because we're just getting
Oh.
started. This is just lap 1.
This is lap 1 for crying out loud. We've got another 8 laps to go.
Okay, so Swarner is already up to P2. Swarner, who started P7, already up to P2 in this race. He's going to try and chase down Lopez for the lead of this race. God, there's so much happening. It's hard to commentate over this. There's just too much going
Oh my
on.
goodness. And for the Kitten Petter fan club, he's in 12th.
Kitten
He's
Petter
lost
fan
8
club.
places. Oh no.
My pick to win.
Oh my goodness, don't you dare crash into him, Petter. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
what's happened
losing.
there?
He got onto the throttle way too early on the exit curb of the bus stop. He almost spins into lucking you up. He was awfully close to doing that. Log, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh dear.
Yeah, so it looks like that pretty much that it looks like that every single driver is struggling to keep grip up a Rouge. I've seen a lot of drivers us wiggle or have to cut the course a tad to just make the corner. But back for P3 now. It looks like that Erect is trying to close up on Be Good Fever. After a very exciting first lap, not too many insane battles happening now. The closest ones at the moment is the battle for P9, as they're side by side, and it's W and KO Chin. I think that's how you say it. And W is going to make the move stick for P9 through Puan, which is a really sketchy corner right now. What's happened?
Oh my goodness me! Oh
What's
my
happened at the
goodness
front?
me.
And it looks like Erect has had an incident of some sort. Of course, as
Yeah,
soon
he caught
as
the
soon
rear. He
as I
caught
leave
the
this
right
battle,
hand rear of Useless, almost spinning Useless around, and because of that, Double A has made up 2 places.
A.
He's now back. He's
just-
now back up into P4.
he just doesn't go away, does he? Double A
No, he
back to
certainly
P4.
doesn't. We got full
And-
course yellow just briefly.
Of course, yeah. Not sure what happened there for the full course yellow, but looks like W is going to look for P7 here on Bam Bam. He might send one into the bus stop chicane, honestly.
No,
He's going to wait for that. Actually, he's going to go.
into the
Oh, there's
back of
contact. Contact with Bam Bam and W, and looks like and Kayachin also makes a lot of contact.
Oh,
This
my
race is
goodness.
absolutely insane. Incidents
It's
left,
not.
right, and center here. So Kayachin might send a dive. Oh my goodness, he is. He's going to go to the inside. No, it's not going to work.
Yeah, three-way battle. Oh my goodness, Bam Bam W and K-Ocean.
Insane stuff happening here. So Kayachin going to tuck in behind W here. Up a Rouge. Kayachin can't save it. He's in the wall.
Into the wall.
Kayachin's in the wall. He's
Oh.
going to have a damaged car.
Oh my
And
goodness.
and Kitten Petter also is running wide. Everyone's running wide. This is, oh my goodness gracious. They're side by side for P7
Oh,
as W is going to make the move stick for P7. So W is slicing through this field right now.
Wow. Yeah, up 7 places from the start. I said it's possible. We saw this happen
Yeah,
in the feature race.
he did
He
say it
might
was
get a
possible.
podium. You never know.
He just might get a podium here. Back at the front of the field, it's still Lopez who leads from Swarner.
Oh,
Then Be Good
Shauna, a
Fever
bit wide.
P3. Then the favorite, Mr. Double A, the dominant driver of the series in P4. Excuse me.
Yeah,
And
I was
W's
just
gotten a
keeping
3
an
second
eye
time
on the
penalty.
leaders, just to point out that Lopez is holding off Schwarner. I mean, the gap has sort of hovered around that 1.5 second mark. Schwarner isn't making many advances on Lopez, so Lopez definitely demonstrating he's got a quick car in these conditions.
Indeed, he does. Swarner is going to have to pick up a pace a tad if he wants to win this race. I think he's going to be able to do it, as he looks like he missed the first apex there a little bit in the bus stop chicane, as he already gains 3/10 in one corner.
Oh,
As
hello,
he's,
Be Good Fever and Double A. Oh my goodness.
they're side by side for the final step on the podium, heading down to turn 1. Will Double A make the move, stick around the outside?
Not around the outside. You can't do.
He's
He
gonna
does
do
do
it.
that.
He
Yeah,
made it work around the outside. Double A 80.
outside.
Oh my goodness.
What is
He
this man?
he's just too
What,
good,
that's
ladies and
Lewis
gentlemen.
Hamilton of Formula 2 or something? That is illegal. You can't make a move around the
He's
outside. Oh my goodness.
and and just like that, Double A is a contender to win this sprint race.
Oh my goodness. K-Action. What on earth?
Now this is a little irrelevant, but I would also like to point out that we have a special guest in this race by the name of Racer X13376. He joined the lobby somehow about halfway through the feature race, and I think that's his AI that's currently driving around track. But he's gonna he's currently running P13, 16 seconds off a fan favorite kitten petter. Back at the front, Swarner closing ever so slightly on Lopez, and now he gets a 3-second time penalty.
3 time
Absolutely
penalty. Oh.
unbelievable.
Tell you
Unbelievable.
what, I'm going to have a look at Lopez just briefly. He's got no warnings whatsoever. Lopez has been very clean at the moment, so that's not good news for Schwarner.
Not good news at all.
But in conditions like this, at a circuit like this, one small mistake and you're in the wall. So, although Schwarner has got 3 seconds next to his name, if Lopez even makes a brief mistake, it could be game over.
It could be. It's not just
Lopez
over
cannot
yet.
relax. Let's see.
Looks like looks like a kitten petter has made a move on lucking up for P11. So kitten petter's still looking for some points here. He's gonna have to make up 6.5 seconds on Graka 84 if he wants to.
Well, actually,
score
it's a
1
bit
point.
more than that. In the sprint race, only the top 8 score points.
Oh.
In the
See, I didn't know
so
that,
he's
but they're
got
side
a
by
lot more
side
points.
through the bus stop chicane for P11, and lucking up is going to have the edge on him. But heading towards turn 1 now, still side by side around the outside. Can Kitten Petter do what his teammate did? No, he cannot. And lucking up will hold the spot, but I take that back. Still side by little wiggle by lucking up. Whoa, that could have been disastrous for both drivers.
Just a little bit, that was close.
So that's going to put Kitten Petter into P11, and lucking up cuts the corner horribly, and he doesn't get a penalty for that, but okay.
Yeah,
I'm not the steward here.
Codemaster stewards, they're like that. So.
And lucking up is going to take the spot back from Kitten Petter, heading into this little right-left complex.
I mean, it's good to see, like, this isn't even a point-scoring position, yet they're fighting like madmen. It's great. Oh, Kitten, my goodness, that was close. I
Oh,
thought he was going to run into the back of him then, but oh, he's lucking up. He gets a bit sideways as well,
it's a
going
bit
into no-no.
sideways. Yeah.
But yeah, it's fantastic to see. They're not scoring for points. They're fighting for pride and bragging rights at the moment. It's great to see. Oh, I was getting to know he was very sideways through Puan.
Oh, very sideways through Puan there. Yeah, so
Oh my goodness.
well, we know this is for P11, but this seems to be the best battle on track. So we're going to keep the camera on this battle here for your entertainment because this is
I'll
the
keep an
only
eye out for all the other drivers,
sounds good as
just
Fatal
in
picks
case
up.
if something happens.
And it looks like Fatal's picked up a 3 second time penalty and looking up in the grass. That's going to move Kitten Petter in the P11. What happened there? It looks and looking up just got into the grass and lost a lot of time to Kitten Petter. And as all that was happening,
Dear.
the man himself, I wouldn't have expected anything else. Double Ace, that's the fastest lap of the race. He's really going for it here, but he's running out of time.
Oh,
He's
that
got
was awfully wide coming over the top of Radion as well.
was
I
awfully
wouldn't be
wide.
surprised.
Might have gotten a
if he got a
warning for
warning.
that.
He didn't. Oh my goodness. How did he not get... Righto. He's got 2 warnings next to his name though, Double A. He's got 2 warnings, so if he gets another one, then he might lose the chance to fight for P2. Because remember, Schwarner has 3 seconds next to his name. The gap at the moment is 4.5, so if he can find 1.5 seconds, he will snatch P2.
Indeed, he will. But finding at time on Schwarner is
On Schwarner,
easier.
yeah.
Is easier said
Locking
than
up
done.
10 seconds.
Locking up 10 seconds. I'm guessing he put 2 tires on the
No,
rumble
that
strip
was...
through the bus stop chicane.
No, that was going through Lake Com, the chicane just after the long Camel Straight.
Interesting.
Okay, I've never seen... Oh, as he goes into the wall at no name, completely loses the right-hand side of his front wing. Or at the very least, he lost his end plate. Oh my goodness. He's going to put it in the wall. Yeah. He's had enough. He's had enough.
Don't blame the man.
No, neither.
Okay. Best battle on track at the moment seems to be for P5, with Useless is a cat and Fatal fighting for P5 here. 4/10 of a second. That's all that separates 2 of them. But then again, I forgot. Fatal has a 3-second time penalty, so never mind to any good race that we may see here, because it's absolutely ruined.
Bam, 3 seconds
Bam.
as well. Hang on. Yeah, 3 seconds. Well, as we're talking now, there's a battle for the lead. Lopez and Schwarner, they're now within a second
Schwarner's
of each other. Schwarner! Whoa, that was wide.
And that was very wide.
Completely cut the corner.
Gonna have to drive a little bit more conservative because if he cuts a few more corners, he might get DQ'd here. So he's gonna have to be very careful.
Well, at the moment, wow, Schwarner has got a lot of warnings. He has 5 warnings next to his name, I think. So if he gets one more, that's another 3-second penalty, and he will definitely lose second to Double O. So he needs to be careful.
It's going to have to be.
But what
very,
he
very
also
careful.
can do, if he's willing to risk it, is be really aggressive towards Lopez and try and force a mistake. In conditions like this, as I said before, even the smallest mistake, like that from Schwarner, that was very close. He was sideways through Puon. How he caught that, I do not know.
Sketchy,
like a small mistake.
Puon is the sketchy corner in the rain.
I guarantee you, when he was sideways, I guarantee you a little bit of poo would have came out right there for Schwarner.
For sure.
He was He was very sideways and he manages to catch it. But yes, if he puts Lopez under enough pressure to force a mistake, he might be able to take victory. Might.
Just might. He just might.
But at the moment, Lopez is driving a brilliant race. Absolutely no warnings next to his name. None.
Yeah.
And I mean none. He's been driving superbly.
A fantastic drive on Lopez. So the case for Swarner here, as they say...
And there he goes.
As they say...
Fastest lap of the race for Lopez.
Fastest lap of the race, 2:15.5, I think that's what it said, or 2:15...
I think
something like that. But for Swarner, it's one thing to catch up to a driver, but it's a whole different ball game to overtake a driver. So he's gonna have to close up this gap here, and then get past him, and then build a gap on him. So
yeah, 100%.
It's doable if there is a mistake by Lopez, but it's not looking too good here for Swarner.
Yeah, but it's completely up to Swarner right now. Does he want to push and try and force a mistake, or will he play conservative? I just looked at his first sector split. He just set a PB in his first sector split. He was up by 0.3 of a second. So, 2 laps to go, 2 seconds the margin. What will happen? I don't know.
So, as all that is happening, it looks like the AA is only 0.4 of a second away from taking away P2 from Swarner, since Swarner has the 3-second time penalty. And that gap is closing drastically, as it's already down to 3.3 through Puan.
Yep. Yeah, you don't discount AA in all of this.
And also, Lopez is extending his gap out front. So if Lopez keeps all 4 tires on the black stuff, he should cruise to a victory here.
100%. This will be, if he does indeed pull this off, he will become the 4th different winner in the Formula 2 series. And the other 3 being AA, Be Good Fever, and Kiss and Patter.
And AA, of course, has won 6 of those races. Well, actually,
now 7.
Make that 7. Yeah, 7. He won I forgot about the feature race. There's another fastest lap by Lopez, 2:15.4.
Lopez is saying, "Oh bugger it! Screw being careful. I'm just going to go out and set fastest lap."
Lopez is
as he comes onto the
final lap of the race now. Lopez 2-second gap from Swarner, and AA has fallen out of the 3-second range. He's going to have to make up 9/10 on Swarner to take away P2. Be Good, P4, he's 8 seconds.
Oh, AA! Oh my goodness, that was so close! Oh my goodness, I thought Swarner and his slide, I thought Swarner's slide through Puan was dramatic. But AA, coming over the top of Radion, he almost puts it into the inside wall. He was literally an inch, not even an inch, away from the grass and putting it into the wall, completely throwing away P3. That was close.
And once again, I missed that on stream, and I do apologize. But yeah, a very, very heart and mouth moment there for AA. And yeah, I think that's going to be P2 wrapped up for Swarner. Ooh,
yeah, 100%. Gap is now 4.3 seconds. Swarner, yeah, 100%. He can relax a little bit now.
And
look, 10
seconds. 10-second time penalty.
Oof.
Absolutely.
I would like to see how the penalties dictate this race. Oh, Swarner again sideways coming through turn 13.
Once again, soon as I take the camera off of Swarner, he's gone sideways. Oh! Speaking of sideways, he got very loose out of that corner. So coming down along straight now, Lopez, Mateus Fly, a dominant drive here at Spa in the sprint race. He's been the best in these conditions all race long. Coming out of the bus stop chicane, Lopez Mateus fly. He's going to take the checkered flag and win here at Spa in the
superb.
sprint race. Warner's going
And
to take
gets the
P2
fastest lap of the race.
and
It's
gets the
the
fastest lap.
fastest lap on the last lap of the race. That is a superb drive from Lopez.
And I
Absolutely
think I
superb.
saw that right, but I think that was a 2:14, was it not? I think it said 2:14.
I'll have a quick look. Where are you, Lopez? Oh, so close. 2 minutes,
Oh,
15.144.
oh
That is a
my.
mega lap.
Lopez was
He
absolutely
is
flying.
He'd beaten his last lap by 0.3 of a second. He was pushing on that last lap. That is a superb drive from him. After
Incredible.
having just clean, superb driving there. In conditions like these, he was perfect. No warnings whatsoever as well. Absolutely superb.
So, for driver of the day for both races, I think it's kind of a no-brainer for both
Oh, well,
racers. For the feature
yeah,
race, I think it's got to be useless as a cat for getting
100%.
15 spots and getting a podium. And in this race, it just has to be Lopez just
100%.
blitzing the field and winning this race and leading all 9 laps. One of the most dominant drives I've ever seen in league racing, if
Yeah,
I'm being completely honest.
I mean, to win and then to win in conditions like this, on a circuit like this, I mean, this is Spa. And to then get the fastest lap of the race on the last lap, that is superb. That is just superb to see.
Absolutely incredible. As we head to the podium now, Lopez, hands in the air. He is happy as can be, accepts the trophy, lifts it forth a prima time, and now it's time for the champagne.
Oh, the champagne! Wow, he
Ah,
becomes the fourth different winner of Formula 2 off season. Oh
ah.
wow, wow!
Now notice
And
how
with
we
that,
say, off season. Don't forget February 4th we start TCR season 9 with the silver class. So don't miss that. That's going to be a heck of a race. I'm not sure if I will be commentating or not,
I
but
definitely will be.
but
I'm
I
definitely
do think
commentating
in
for that.
silver I will be racing. I hope to be racing, but
Oh,
yeah. So maybe you'll hear my great
oh,
voice again in gold, in gold or platinum, but yeah, a
oh,
great pair of races here. So Lopez, all in all, is your weekend winner, I do believe. I think that's what it said there from the results from the weekend tab. But
wow, wow,
some
wow.
great races. Yeah, wow. To sum all
Just
this up in one word, just wow. So once
if you
again,
wanted to sum up, Spa, these races sum up Spa. Brilliant racing, chaos and drama, and then heavy rain. It just sums up Spa in a nutshell so beautifully. Wow,
absolutely
that was
incredible.
brilliant to commentate. That was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Well, guys, if y'all enjoyed what y'all saw, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment.
Cool.
Also, if you check the description, there is a link to buy a Fanatec steering wheel, and if you buy a steering wheel from that link, then some of the profits go to the TCR to help expand and grow this league. Also, starting February 4th is the first race for TCR Season 9. So if you want to race in this league, and check out
Mm-hmm.
the website at Trinity Competitive Racing.com and sign up and and fill in an application,
Mhm.
and one of these peers will assist you with that. So February 4th, first race for the new F1 season for us. Uh, it's been a great night, great day, great evening.
Well, just before we end the stream, can all of those watching please give a hand to Sinister Al? This is his first commentary stint for TCR, and he has done an absolutely superb job hosting the stream and commentating. Mate, that was, for your first time in a proper stream for a league race, that was absolutely superb, mate. Well done.
Man, that means a lot, especially from you, who's done this multiple times. I really do appreciate that. But yes, it's been a heck of a race.
What a debut for your first ever race, and you get this. Welcome to the commentary, mate. Welcome.
and I get a wet race at Spa. What are the odds? But yeah, it's been a fantastic pair of races. So from the commentary booth for the last time, well, probably not the last time. It sounds like we're retiring or something. So signing off.
Until next time.
Yeah. So until next time, I've been Sinister Al along with Smeg. Have a good night, guys.